What it do?
Yeah.
I'm dead. Go back.
Go back.
Go back.
Start over again.
Start over. Start over. What y'all doing? Come in, pour in. It's a good day today. It's a great, fantabulous day today. I'm about to send the link real quick. Just real quick, madam. I can't remember how to send it though. Oh no, I'm not on the Wi-Fi though. What's up? Oh, I'm the only person on right now. I'm hollering. I'm still gonna talk though because period. How do you send this? Oh, that's the chat. I can't remember how I sent this. Oh, I remember. Here we go. Right here.
I don't know. I'm out of breath for some reason.
Girl, because you've been running around here doing every which way knows how do. Honey, we got subscribers around here. Do you hear me?
Happy birthday, Auntie Leslie.
Happy birthday, Mom. It's Jose. Whatever. Period. And that's just that on that, honey. I'm trying to... Mom, drop the link in the family group chat.
Oh, I can type on here?
I'm trying to see. Ooh, what wrong person? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yes. Yes.
She said okay. She's gonna drop the link.
Drop the link, sissy. What it do? 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 It's the hair. We back at it again with the bundles. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it just be like that.
I am not about to play with her.
It just be like that.
Oh God.
It just be like that. Come in, pour in.
Let's say, where's your pour in at?
Pour in, pour in, pour in. Because guess what? It's my mother's birthday today. You know, I would say something else. Girl, Sarah think I'll be wilding, y'all. Put in the comment section if you think I'll be wilding. Put in that comment section and tell me.
I know she's not on here.
No. Not at all. Girl, I just dropped the whole link in everybody's group me. I mean, everybody's group chats. Did you use group me in college? Girl, all the answers.
They should have it on mute though.
Yes, because they used to be talking so much.
Too much.
What are y'all doing? How is y'all day going? How did y'all week go? It's Memorial Day weekend.
Period.
We are in Gemini season.
Oh,
Woo, 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 woo. And that's
praying y'all hard in this Gemini season.
She's a hater. She is a whole hater out here.
I need you to come off because we're starting for you.
I'm literally not on anything.
But it don't matter.
Okay.
You gotta come off the internet. On your notes. You can have open on your notes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, your mama said you out of control.
I'm out of control, but no, ma'am.
And she know her daughter, y'all.
I'm not out of control whatsoever.
Oh no, she would.
I'm off. Like, I'm off at everything. I even...
Oh, she looking out went up.
Okay. Glory. Hallelujah. Salvation. I'm just playing. Alright, y'all. We finna get started because we got things to do. We got people to see. We got places to go.
Who?
It's Leslie Bell's birthday. We're going to give her another shout out.
Woo!
Happy birthday to my mother. And also, happy birthday to moi. My birthday is tomorrow, May 29th to be exact. We're at 12:02 a.m.
Oh,
Happy birthday. Yes, 12:02 a.m. because my mama didn't want me to come out on her birthday. So she held me in. Because she didn't want to have to share with me.
You should have held me alone.
Sarah be over here hating. Sarah be hating, honey. But it's fine. And that's just that on that. But, okay. We finna get started because, yeah, we got stuff to do tonight. And we got to get up out of here. But, what's the subject today? letting go. The subject for today's
I thought
show.
you had an announcement first.
I have a huge announcement. I was gonna wait till after.
I was gonna wait till the end.
Yes, but
Okay,
since you brought it up, no, you brought it up. We're about to say it. So, I think I told y'all the story about how the show came about and me asking Sarah back in January to do the podcast and the show with me. And Sarah was like, okay. So then when the show actually started and it was crunch time, Sarah was like, I think I just want to be behind the camera. So I was pressing her for a minute, but then I prayed and I let it go. And I gave it to God and I said, God, if Sarah's meant to be on this show, she'll be on this show. Time went by and Sarah came on the first time with Trinice a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And then I asked her again, I said, hey, Sarah, do you want to do the show? Like, do you want to come back again? She said, yeah, I'll come back again. I said, okay. So at church, last Sunday, Sarah was setting up the camera over there by the piano. Oh. And I said, Sarah, blah, blah, blah. I said, Sarah, do you want to be my co-host now? Sarah said, yes. I started shouting for joy because now Sarah is officially
so dramatic, y'all. Oh my God.
The co-host of Exclusively Elevated Raw. So now the names are going to change on this screen.
Oh, I was supposed to change that.
She was supposed to change names. She's executive producer also, y'all, so bear with her. But the names are going to change from...
Oh, I can change.
Just add yours right there.
Yeah.
Period. Watch this. Boom! We are officially the duo. Come on, Sarah. Yes, because you already know. They be trying to, y'all, they be giving us names. Bye, bye, bye. They be giving us names. What's the new name?
No, you ain't gonna do that to us.
Auntie Toya gave us a new name, y'all. And we don't claim it, though. Y'all can either call us Sarah Joe. Y'all can call us Double Trouble.
Not Double Trouble.
The Dynamic Duo. But what y'all won't call us is Beavis and Butthead. Okay? We will not, I repeat, we will not be Beavis and Butthead, baby. But, okay, that was the announcement.
Your mama said.
What she said? Beavis and Butthead. Well, I told Sarah who I couldn't be. I said, Sarah, you're going to have to take that Butthead one. Because I can't be Butthead.
I thought I wasn't taking either.
Okay? And that's just that. Period. But, okay. So, let's get started. Sarah Joe, period. The topic of today is letting go. Letting go is something we touched on a little bit when we were talking about healing. Mm-hmm. But I think we really need to go more in depth with letting go because it's something that I'm really struggling with right now. Being able to let it go and move on from it. And I was talking with my older cousins today, and because at first the topic was trust, right? You don't remember. Her memory's terrible. So I believe that it was about trusting, being able to trust into people. Yeah, that's what it's about. What else was it?
I don't think it was about trust.
Anyway, whatever it was about, I came in the house and I was like, Sarah, God laid it on my heart to talk about letting go. I think this is going to be a good way for me to let go a lot of my problems. So I'm going to start off with the first question. So my first question is, do you think letting go is hard?
It just depends, honestly. Like, if you're stuck on the past and stuck on trying to figure out why this happened or how can it have been different, then letting go definitely
It's definitely hard.
Definitely. But if your focus is on moving on, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be hard, but nothing is necessarily easy
at all.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, and I definitely feel like letting go is hard for me because I have a hard time believing that people were who and how they treat me.
No, you're looking at their potential. You're looking at more of maybe it could be different, or maybe and I look more at they did what they did.
Exactly, and that's what I have a problem with accepting that someone
is who they are.
Yeah. That's
and
my
people
problem.
can change though. Like, we're not saying they can't change, but
yeah, and I feel like, and I feel like that's the root of a lot of my issues. I was able to change. I was able to grow in a situation, but that was intimidating, and that was what's another word?
What are you trying to say?
That made people feel some type of way that I grew out of the situation, or that made people feel the type of way that I decided to be the bigger person. But then being the bigger person in that situation is now hard for me to try to be a bigger person in that opposite situation. It's weird because it's like, okay, I was in a situation and I said, okay, I want to fix the situation to my right. So I said, okay, boom, I'm going to go make it right, do what I got to do, apologize, and make it clean. Did that. Now the situation that I was in while doing that ended up falling apart because I did what I did, and I tried to grow. So now I have a hard time trying to grow from this situation that I was in before to go to the next situation because I don't want that situation no more. But my feelings and my emotions are so harbored in that situation that it's like, how could I'm having a hard time with telling myself, Jordan, how do you get to letter C? You were at A, you did B. Now I'm trying to get to C.
And honestly, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about today when I was saying, like, you can't allow people, because what you're doing, you let, how can I say, like, you care, and not saying I don't care, but you really care about what other people think. You want them to think highly of you and think that what you did was right, and you want them to understand, but it's like you can't live life trying to else like you or feel the same way that you feel, because then you won't have any peace. You'll always be trying to figure out
what can please this person.
And so then it's like it's just
a cycle.
And then you not to be able to let go of situation because you're steady trying to get people to understand, like, nah, that's not really what it was. It was this way or whatever the case.
But in that instance, I gotta let people think what they think.
Yeah, you just gotta let people think what they think, and it's not even that what they're thinking is wrong or what you're thinking is right or whatever the case is, but it's everybody has a different perspective. Everybody has a different outlook on life. So just because you saw a situation your way, the way you saw it, doesn't mean they're the same way. Right. And so it's just like, you just gotta let it be. It's just like, okay, you saw it this way. I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry you feel this way. We just gotta move on. Like, you can't hold on to it at all.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. How do you manage your emotions while letting go? My problem right now. I am in, like, transparency. I'm an emotional wreck right now. My anxiety is through the roof. It's sometimes I sit and I be like, wow. And my emotions are everywhere because imagine, okay, I'm going through this transitional phase, what I was telling you about. I'm going through this phase of how to control my reactions. So instead of popping off on everybody and showing everybody the JoJo side, I'm being Jordan. I'm praying on it. I'm turning the other cheek, doing the godly way. So really, I'm able to let my emotions out when I'm yelling at that person and are going off on that person. But now I find myself doing my art. I find myself holding on to my emotions because I'm turning the other cheek and I'm like, you're not bothering me. But I'm not really releasing them anywhere.
Yeah.
And see, I was releasing them, and another transparent moment. I was boxing, doing so good at boxing. I was boxing for from November to the end of March straight. April came about. I haven't been back since April. I pay my money every month, but I've been such this emotional wreck that I've been so lazy. I've been so depressed that I didn't want to go. But now that I'm aware, and I realized that boxing was my outlet.
Right.
Boxing was what helped me through these situations. I cannot not have nowhere to give that emotion to because then I'm stuck. Now I bring it, and then any other little thing that happens ends up going right on top of that. So now I have to deal with A, B, C, and D, and now I'm taking it out on other people that don't deserve it. So
everybody has to find their outlet. Like yours could be boxing. Mm-hmm. Mine personally,
sermons.
And you know what? No. I'm not gonna say that because my outlet I feel like is talking to somebody. Mm. Just like releasing it. And even if it's just talking to God, like it doesn't have to necessarily be like a person, but just letting it out because I found myself for the longest, especially in my past relationship, I wasn't telling nobody my business. And I was just like holding it in, and it was like, oh, well, maybe it don't exist. Right. Like nobody knows, so it really don't exist, whatever's going on, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time I was talking to my sister, and I just started telling her everything. And I just started crying. And I just kind of felt like, and not only that, just listening to the stuff in my saying stuff out loud to another person just made me think like, girl, like, what's going on here? Like, what are you doing? Like, why were you in this situation or whatever? Or whatever the case is. So I need to actually speak it out loud to somebody, and it's not to tell somebody my business. Like, oh, I want you to know
it's
my
to get it out.
It's just to get it out because I can't.
So I'm
I can't keep that stuff inside because then I'll start making up things in my head.
It gets bad.
I'll convince myself it didn't happen. So I definitely have to talk
to somebody. Yeah,
and that's one way.
I'm gonna say that as well because I probably called Sarah. We probably on the phone about.
We talk every day,
but multiple times. Like, I could get off the phone with Sarah right now and be like, and call her back 2 minutes later and be like, girl, what you doing? Like.
And also, when we talk to each other, there's no judgment. Mm. There's no, like, girl. Like,
she be going off the door.
Like, girl, why you do that?
Yeah.
It's not in a place of judgment. It's just a place like, I know you
better.
I know you better than that.
Yeah.
I know you know what you're supposed to do, but it's not like, like, I can't believe you did that.
Oh,
like, it's not in a judgment kind
we
of
can, and see, judgment is going to be a topic, too, because the fact that you recognize that you're talking things out, taking things out on people who did not deserve it, That is very much true, Mother. And, you know, I found myself hurting a lot of people along the way because I was hurting, because I was sad, and I didn't know how to target my sadness and hurt. So we love you, Brett. I swear we do.
Period.
I could just hear him saying that, shaking my head. So it's like, but what I will say is, we've come a long way since January.
Baby.
We both have come a long way since January.
Oh my God.
So I definitely think that whatever we doing,
It's working.
it's working. So we don't want y'all to feel bad about us,
It's working.
because we doing good. We just, God puts you with people. Necessarily in January, I wasn't going through nothing.
Right, I was.
Sarah was going through something January, February, March. Sarah finally had her epiphany in March. I began my situation. I began my, what did I call it? What did I call it, I think? What did I just call it?
Situation?
Yeah. Sarah was dealing with her stage from January to March. My stage began March till now. But I wouldn't have been able to get through this without watching Sarah go through what she went through. Because Sarah's situation, watching Sarah be able to heal from her situation or begin her healing process in the steps that she took, I was able to take from her. God's going to put you with people that you can watch that can help you get through your next position or get to your next situation.
Situation, child.
Good. Heavy on the situation. I know Brett and Jazz over there laughing. Heavy! Heavy on the situation.
I'm hollering.
But seriously, all jokes aside, like, I definitely think that played a huge role. Like that plays a huge role in letting go. Like being able to literally, y'all, like being able to sit down and me and Sarah just really sit here and chop it up and talk. We let so much. The first couple weeks was emotional every time we talked.
I used to cry at a drop of a dime. I hear the wrong song.
She would call me crying.
It's
like,
over.
I just listened to Freedom Chant. You need to go listen to it right now.
It's not even about, and I wasn't crying, not necessarily about the situation.
No,
about
but
what happened.
Yeah, about
it was
the
more
breakout from it.
Yeah, it was more about me.
Yes.
It was about what I did and how I handled myself and just healing and getting through.
Because she was so, y'all, Sarah was so hard on herself.
Yeah.
Like,
that girl,
3 months in, Sarah was still, like, mad at herself. And she didn't want to forgive herself. And I had to keep telling her, God forgave you, Sarah.
You gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go. But it's crazy how God put me in your life to help you get through what you was getting through. And now I'm faced with the same problem. And it's eating me up.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why God has me still in this situation. I remember that hour talk on the parking lot during tent service. Oh, Lord.
I ain't gonna holler at that.
I am hollering. But it's, what was I talking about? Y'all,
You're talking about how God will put somebody in your life.
Yeah, God will definitely put somebody in your life that will help you out your situation. So I definitely, like Sarah said, I just have a hard time with believing that people are who they are. That's my problem.
And it's not a bad trait. Like, it's good to kind of feel that way because you're giving people the
benefit of the doubt. But that's my problem.
But it's gonna go back on you.
Yes, and because those people were chilling.
Right.
But I'm hurting because I feel like you knew better than to treat me the way you treated me.
Right.
But
and also it's just your outlook on stuff. Like I realized I have to not pass judgment on other people as well. It's like, yeah, you did that to me, but
you going through something too.
yeah, you could be going through something. I don't know what hurt you've been through.
Yeah.
I don't know what pain you
hurt people.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what your situation is, and even if I do know, it's still like you don't know everybody's 100% of what they're going through.
Right.
So it's like God's still working on you, and He's working on me. So how can I be all like, oh, this person is this and this person is that, when we're all working toward being better? And even if I knew that person wasn't working towards being better, even if I knew that person did what they did on purpose, it's like
still it's something. And I got something out of it.
Yeah.
In every situation that I've been through, I've gotten something out of it. Like,
it's made me better.
It's made me so much better. Like, for a long time, like, and it's so funny because, like, in my situation that I'm going through, I have a side of my village who, like, let's go. Let's handle this. Then I got one side of my village who, like, okay, we're going to let it go. We're going to pray on it. We're going to let God take care of it. Then you got one person who is the middle. And he just like, we do it all. You want to go there? You want to go there? Right. It don't matter. But it's like, just imagine how confusing it can be. Like, oh my gosh, I was distraught when we left for Mexico.
This girl is Mexico.
I was distraught because everything happened. Like, Sarah's my calm, y'all. So whenever anything happens, she's the first person I call. And I ask her what to do. I might do the opposite of what she says. Because all of this could have been avoided if I just listened to you in the first place. Huh? When you told me not to. Yeah, it could have been avoided. But it's okay. I think God led me to read that. Don't blame God. Anyway, yeah, we're not even gonna get into all of that. But I definitely do think that I don't even think we answered the question about how to control your emotions.
How to control them?
Yeah, how to control your emotions. We didn't answer the question.
I mean, I feel like that goes back to the other thing about just finding
an outlet.
Yeah, like finding an outlet.
Oh, we didn't answer.
Yeah,
we did. You're right. Yeah. Is it important to let go?
You have to. Oh my gosh, this just reminds me of I was watching Pastor Mike, and he was doing a series on forgiveness, and he did this, like, he acted out this thing where basically he was taking on offense from people. Like, somebody did this to me, okay, he put like luggage on him, like a bag on him. Then this happened, he put another bag on him, and then this happened, and he put another bag on him, and all of a sudden he had like all these bags on him, and then it's like finally God was like, okay, I want to take you here, I need you to do this. But now he got all this. He couldn't do it because he had all this stuff on him. So it's so important to let go.
And let me tell you, that's where I'm at right now. God, y'all, let me tell y'all, God is trying to open so many doors for me right now, and I feel it. I'm aware of it because He's showing me glimpses. He's showing me glimpses of it. Like, I'm seeing sneak previews, but He's telling me you're not getting it until you let it go. You're not
because you're just going to mess it up
until you let go, because you can't handle it. You can't carry it. You can't go.
Right.
Because you got too much on you. Got too much on your shoulders. I really have to stop caring. Not about people, but I have to stop. I have to stop allowing it.
You have to know when to let it go, basically. You can care, like, it's always important to care, like, you have to be a caring person. But at some point, you gotta say, I did what I was supposed to do. You just gotta let go and let God. You did what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You can't do nothing else. Because, like I told you earlier, some people they want to misunderstand you. That's their goal. Their goal is to not hear you. And so there's nothing you can do about it. No matter what you say to them, no matter what you do, their goal is to misunderstand you. So you just have to know when to let go. Definitely always care, but
And I'm a caring person.
Once it's affecting you.
Yeah, and I think that's my problem sometimes. I care too much. I care about, okay, well, if I do this, because literally I feel like I've lived my life looking over my shoulder to make sure that I'm not offending anybody or hurting anybody. And I think this show was very important for me because it was I think this might be an outlet for me too.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot out of my chest over here. And most of this stuff, y'all, I was so worried about doing this show because I felt like, I'm like, you know what? It's going to be so hard to get questions. It's going to be hard for me to talk. It's going to be hard for me to speak live because I remember when we was first talking about filming, we wasn't going to do live every week.
Yeah, because we didn't know what was going to come out our mouths.
We didn't know what was going to come out our mouths.
And that was one thing with me when I was telling her, like, I don't know if I could do it because I don't know what I might say. And it's not in a bad way, but it's just...
But God controlling this mouth.
Right.
God is definitely controlling our mouths. I think the time I'll be on here is the longest I've ever not cursed. Literally. I'm being so honest with y'all. Me being on this show is literally, I probably slipped out one word before.
Yeah.
But not, I be cussing. No, like for real. And God is still working on me. Yeah. But I be definitely cussing. So I think this is helping me to slow down. Because he like, okay, now, if I put you in this job.
Right. How are you going to handle that?
How you going to handle that with that mouth? So he like, you know what, let me start molding you. You know, so I definitely believe that this is me waking up and being aware. And I was just explaining to, like, my cousin was asking me, she's like, Jordan, you're just so, like, lazy now. Like, you're in this depressed state. You don't want to do nothing. And I said, can I be honest? I'm tired. I am tired. My 4 years in Alabama at Stillman College, the best 4 years of my life, but the most tiring 4 years of my life. I was so involved that I had no time to not do anything. So yeah, a lot of people say, oh, when you get in college, be involved, do everything. I was everything. I was making history. Like, first black student to be an intern at the Tuscaloosa District Attorney's Office. Where they do that at? In Alabama? In Alabama? The red state? Come on, man. I'm making history. I'm breaking down barriers, becoming the youngest head residential assistant ever to walk the halls at Stillman College. Like, come on. The first Miss Magnolia. The first woman Campus Activities Board president. So just imagine having all of that weight and having all of those high expectations. I had to live a certain way. I had to walk on campus a certain way. I had to do things a certain way. So when I got home.
But it's okay to take breaks, though.
But I took it wrong. Yeah, I took my break wrong.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take a break, book a flight, go on a vacation. Instead, I said, oh, I'm going to spend the half of this year and not do nothing.
Yeah, see, no.
That was my problem.
Yeah.
So I thought that was letting all that go. Mm-hmm. But I misinterpreted it.
Right.
I said, no, I'm just going to be lazy. And I said, I had to wake up because my boss, I had a, what's that thing called? My yearly review. She said, Jordan. I said, yes. She said, what's wrong? She said, talk to me. What's wrong? She said, because when you first got here, you was on fire. You was doing this, you was doing that, you was doing this. I know what type of person you are. I know what you can bring to the table. I was dead set honest with her. I said, this is the problem. This is what's going on with me. And boom. And she said, I definitely understand. But you cannot let that take over you. She said, I'm not even talking to you from the boss. I'm talking to you from your big sister mentor. You have to get out of that. You are way bigger than this. You are way bigger than that. Closure is the cousin to letting go. It's okay to let go. Some feel it's bad because they think they are hurting someone's feelings. But you can't burden yourself with toxic energy. Mom.
Listen.
And that was so much.
And that was another thing about starting this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were feeling, well, I don't know about this to you, but I was feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't want to come on here and really express my real feelings. And then I hurt somebody else's feelings. Like, that's how they really feel about me, or that's what they really went through. But it's like, I have to live in my truth, right? I can't be concerned, and it's not necessarily don't be concerned with other people's feelings, but I can't not, what's the word for it?
You can't worry about everybody else's feelings and put your feelings to the side.
Yeah.
Because the more you put it to the side, the more they're going to keep growing and keep growing, and then you're going to get to that point where I'm at. Right. And now I'm at exploding everywhere. But I think all of this is just God showing me that I know you can handle it while you're at a low, while you don't have nothing, while you're not, bro, Mama Leslie, on the next. Period. We got to get all y'all in the next episode. Ooh. Right. The whole check-in and media team.
Oh, child. We're going to be on here for hours, Lord.
Woo! But for real, like, literally, I feel like God is really preparing me for everything I know that I know I could be.
Yeah.
Because, let me tell you, I know what I bring to the table. I know what type of hard worker I am. I know what type of personality I have. I know I'm going to be big. And God is telling me, Jordan, if you can't handle this, you ain't going to be able to handle it up there.
Listen.
So He's telling me, you're going to have to work out the emotions. You're going to have to work out getting through all of these trials, all these tribulations in this small situation. Because if you can handle this, you can handle anything.
Child.
And if I can handle it coming from being hurt from people that I loved, people that I would give the clothes off my back to.
You're gonna be able to handle anybody.
You can handle anybody, and that's what God did that. God, this is all a part of this plan, and we cooking it up. We are cooking it up, and I'm.
You having a revelation right now. Just, you know, God's amazing, child. You don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Woo, y'all! The
Everything
water works
together
for our good.
Come on now.
Come on. I'm telling you, like, He knew what He was doing bringing us back together.
Baby.
He knew what He was doing bringing us back.
The devil didn't step in and try to take it down. Not today, Satan.
Not today. Not ever.
Or ever.
You ain't taking us two from each other.
Come on. Mm-mm.
This was a heartfelt episode for me, y'all. Like, I needed
Girl,
this.
Don't do that, because I'll start crying. You know, I'm crying.
You know, I cried too.
I cried to drop of the dog.
This was such a heartfelt episode for me. I needed every bit of this. Like, when I tell y'all, I have been going through it. And
oh, Jesus.
It literally, like, I'm so grateful for her. Like, y'all just don't understand.
Yeah, each other. We always say we don't know where we'd be without each other.
And it's
like
only,
serious.
But it's
like,
only been, we're in the 5th month of this year.
Right, we just started out this year in January.
Mind you, we've known each other our whole life. She took me to school every day. I was here every single day with Sarah, but we just never was close.
Right.
And she's older than me, so we wasn't hanging out. Our friends were totally different, so it was like it just took for us to both be in a broken place. And we came together. And now you can't. What? Us two together, what we do? We make hell nervous. How?
No.
Give me a high five. Period.
I'm dying.
But yeah, y'all. But the show is coming to an end today. We got to end early. We're going to have a part 2 on this because this was really good.
Yeah, no. And did you ask all the questions?
Yeah. We good. Yeah. But it's my mom's birthday.
Oh.
So, we about to have a little girls' night for her.
Yes.
So, we got to get up off of here. But I just really want to thank y'all for... Oh, I'm about to get emotional.
No, don't do that.
Oh, this was a big episode for me.
I can't look, child.
Okay.
Put this pillow.
Ooh, thank y'all for supporting me.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
Y'all, look at this child on here finna. She on here crying.
Thank y'all for supporting me. Y'all don't understand. Like, I did not think that this was going to be like this. I didn't think that people was going to watch me. But you remember when I first started, I had people asking me, so your show is going to be about religion? So it was like, your show is going to be about religion? And I'm like, I talk about God in everything I do.
Yeah, it's so, like when God is with you daily, how can you not talk about him?
And it was like, I felt like in that moment, I'm like, am I not supposed to be? So, and I'm going to go back to when I was making my Instagram page. And I put God last. So I had relationship, fashion, music, then God. God told me I'm first.
Right.
So instantly, I switched that around. Boom. Now it's God, relationship, music, fashion. That's what it is. Because God is going to open up a platform. He's going to open up subscribers. He's going to open up an audience for you. When you do it the way he wants you to do it. So, I'm just completely grateful for y'all. Because I like getting on here every week. Yeah. I love it. Like, girl, she's so annoying. But for real, I just want y'all. If y'all just came in and didn't know, she's officially a regular. She will be on every Friday. Sarah Charnel, y'all need to subscribe to Sarah Charnel on YouTube. We taking over. 2021 is our year of growth, our year of prosperity, our year of revelations, our year of restorations. It's just a year of being great. Yeah. Of being who God wants us to be. Girl, her daycare is about to open up. Yes, like, y'all, let me tell y'all, dang, I wish we had a little more time because I wanted to tell them about what happened at Fish Bar.
Oh, the whole story? The
whole story. But we're going to talk about it, yeah. We're going to bring that back next week because y'all need to hear it because I'm telling you, when one door closes, God going to open up another door. And baby, it happened so fast that it was like boom, boom.
It was instantly.
It was instantly. We let once, and we had to let that situation go. We let that situation go. God brought somebody else, and it was like instantly helping both of us. Mm-hmm. So,
and you know what's crazy as well, though? I feel like greatness, and I'm not saying great things don't happen in relationships, but I feel like
You
so
become
much
your best
goodness
when you're in
and
single
greatness
season.
is coming to me while I'm single.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is that telling
Maybe
me?
because when we're
You're
in a
with the wrong.
relationship, no. When we're in a relationship, we're not worried about ourselves.
Right.
And that's what God is trying to tell us. You have to be able to worry about yourself before getting into a relationship, because you need to carry on yourself through that relationship. So that's what God is teaching both of us. So.
Yes, the fish by bread.
The fish by
You know
bread.
the story.
You know the story, Brett, because we came
know
to
the
Kitchen
story.
42 left. Sarah put in the Sarah, y'all, we leaving Fish Bar to go meet up with Brett and them. Sarah gonna put in the thing talking about
I put in Kitchen
42. That thing said 19,000
I was
miles.
like, Jordan, this say 19,000 miles away.
I said full Kitchen 24.
That's what happens when you
and that's just that on that jazz.
you're not drinking water. That's what happens. Then she goes,
We finna go. We love y'all. She crazy. We will see y'all next Friday.
Same time,
same location. Ain't nothing changed but my link.
Period. I'm hollering.
I'm just playing.
We love y'all.
We love y'all. Peace.
Bye.